Now going back to Beyonce, yeah, she dropped the joint right in the middle of the Super Bowl, and she was smart. That was strategic. So got me wondering if she's trying to one up Taylor Swift.
You think so? She's so much more talented than Taylor Swift.
But yo,
one up on how?
But
she could sing better. She could dance better. She looked better.
Facts. But my thing is Taylor Swift been, like, who's been a hotter topic this year? Like tail end of last year and this year, who's been talked about more?
I mean, Taylor Swift she's a white woman, so with some talent.
Okay.
So she's definitely going to get pushed more. But we know who has the most talent, more talent than Taylor Swift.
Absolutely.
I don't know one Taylor Swift song. Like, I just don't know it. I might have heard something before, but you can't tell me, like, you can't say, hey, please tell me a Taylor Swift song. I wouldn't know one.
So,
but I know plenty of Beyonce songs.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not from that world where Taylor Swift is
me
from.
neither. I'm not from that world either. I'm not, that she caters to, single white women, younger women that, hey, look at me, let's empower each other, stuff like that, which is great. It's good. But it's a friendly rivalry, if anything. I'm not gonna sit here and say there's definitely no beef or anything like that. But right now, because they both went on tour, they both did concert films. Right? Little documentary films. And then I think Taylor Swift just dropped an album as well while she's still touring. You see what I'm saying? So, like, Beyonce's like, hey, look, I got to get my shine in too now.
Or she was probably going to do it regardless.
Bingo. You're right.
And why not pick this time? Why not
pick the Super Bowl?
Get that energy off the Super Bowl?
Yep.
Why not?
Why not? The perfect opportunity. Absolutely. I agree. So Beyonce's second album here is Renaissance Act 2, which is going to be coming out in March. So there's a couple of songs that they released. 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em is what came out through the Verizon deal there. And it is supposed to be a country-themed album. So, now one thing about Beyonce, if you've noticed in the last couple of albums, she's catered to certain genres.
Yeah, she picks a genre.
And not even just genres, but like also demographics that it like tailors to as well. Yeah. So she's, like you said, she's very strategic on what she's doing.
Yes.
So
in that country world, I think right now it's like the number one genre, right? Country music, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm seeing a lot of artists going that way.
Okay.
But we gotta know, in that whole country feel, it's a lot of racist people. Even like the whole Nashville down there, like they don't want us to take country music back.
Well, yeah, right. I remember you mentioned before, I think last episode we did, last time we were talking about some stuff, you were saying that, pretty much all
American music was created
by us. Yeah.
Down to, like, even on this show, I always talked about like EDM music.
Yes.
EDM music is horrible to me. It's not great music.
Yeah.
But that was even created by
so
black
this is,
people.
I got this online here talking about like what's the most popular music right now. It is country.
Yeah.
They're saying it's more popular in America than hip hop and R&B right now. So
I think hip hop has country on a worldwide scale.
Okay.
But I think just in America, country edge in hip hop.
Yeah.
So that's why so many artists. You see, K. Michelle, the R&B singer, she went straight country and like all the way country now.
Didn't Fantasia
even changed her looks and everything?
Really?
Yeah, she tried to make herself look like a white woman.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's trying to look like a Reba McEntire or somebody like that. Yeah. She changed her whole look. She was a pretty girl, and now she did pull one of them Little Kim joints.
That's why I was going to bring up Little Kim, Michael Jackson. Yeah,
you know how they do.
Yeah.
And try to get into that country feel, but that's a world that they don't want to hear no melanated person singing country music. Country music all has the same pitch and tone also.
But is it Darius Rucker country?
Yeah, I mean, of course they have, but he started out like country. They don't want you to start out like, oh no, you start out being a black person, like straight black. Now you want to come over here. Like they don't, Darius Rucker, he was like that from the beginning.
Right, yeah.
I actually went to a Darius Rucker show before. It was all right.
Okay.
He came to the Civic Center. I just wanted just to go. He was all right, Darius Rucker. But like, that's just like what we were doing hip hop and R&B. If whatever, one of those country, Garth Brooks came into R&B, we'll be like, nah,
right.
You ain't start off here.
Right.
You know, we know it's about, if he just came, if R&B became the number one genre of music, right? And he came over, we would definitely call him out on that.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do to Beyonce and K. Michelle and all the other artists that's running over there. Like, what's your man name? Post Malone, right? Yeah. When he first dropped, he's probably like the biggest culture vulture ever. When he first dropped, he came out with this whole image, gold in his mouth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pants hanging off his ass, talking as mush mouth as possible. Mm. Remember he had that song, he like, talking as mush mouth as possible. Then when you see, one time I seen him in an interview, he had a bunch of tattoos and it was like all country artists that passed away on his arm. So the interview, I forgot which publication, which platform it was on, one of them freak joints. But they was saying like, yo, why you don't have no hip hop people in your arm? If you grew, he like, then that's when he came out like, yo, I ain't never I just did this to, you know what I mean? I know in the hip hop crowd, all they have to do is see somebody that's doesn't come from that field or that world, and we would just big them up and make them the biggest thing possible.
Right.
So he played us, and he still do some hip hop music, but he's mostly doing country and rock and roll and stuff like that.
I was shocked he was doing America the Beautiful or whatever that song was he did.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked about it. I knew from the door he was a culture vulture.